Did you know that your breakfast choices might be secretly sabotaging the muscles and blood vessels that keep you strong where it matters most? If you're over 60 and noticing weaker erections, low energy, or numbness below the waist, age might not be the culprit. Your morning meal could be to blame. Most men don't realize that their breakfast either supports healthy blood flow to the groin or gradually restricts it. Even more surprising, many are missing out on one simple food that could help reverse the situation. I'm Dr. Mariah Khyrat, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience in urology and age-related performance decline. I've treated thousands of men across the country who thought their intimacy was fading simply because they were getting older. What we discovered was far more hopeful. Here's the truth. Your body wants to restore circulation to the lower body, but only if you give it the right tools. And those tools aren't found in a pill or prescription. They're found in 5 very specific, simple morning foods, foods you already recognize but probably never knew how to use to target male circulation. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use them. You'll learn how 5 easy ingredients can boost blood flow down there, strengthen pelvic muscle tissue, and increase confidence without side effects. And stick with me until the end, because I'll reveal a peculiar combination that's helping men feel results in less than a week. Let's get started. Before we dive in, if you're serious about reclaiming your vitality and improving circulation where it matters most, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss another tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if this video speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read every response, and your feedback helps me create better content tailored to your needs. All right, let's start with the first food, one that's probably already in your fridge but whose full potential you may have overlooked for years. It's simple, it's familiar, and when eaten at the right time, it can boost blood flow and muscle repair in the area that matters most. I'm talking about plain yogurt, the nature's powerhouse for restoring circulation down there after 60. Ingredient number 1, plain yogurt, nature's circulation starter. I've lost count of how many men over 60 have sat across from me, frustrated, embarrassed, and confused about why things down there just aren't the same anymore. And almost every time I ask about their diet, they shrug and say something like, "Doc, I just have coffee in the morning, maybe a slice of toast if I remember." What they don't realize is that their body, especially at this age, is starving for very specific nutrients the moment they wake up. And one of the most powerful sources of those nutrients is something they've had in their fridge their whole lives, plain yogurt. I know yogurt might seem like just a light snack, but let me be clear, if you're a man over 60 and you're not eating plain yogurt regularly, you're missing out on one of nature's most effective tools for restoring blood flow and strength to the lower body. The secret lies in the probiotics, protein, and calcium. Probiotics help reduce inflammation that can clog blood vessels, while protein and calcium strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, those that support erections, control urinary flow, and keep you steady and balanced throughout the day. When blood circulation slows with age, these muscles are among the first to suffer. But when you fuel them properly, especially first thing in the morning, your body responds. You feel more stable, notice fewer cramps or numbness, and yes, start to feel more confident in intimate moments, not because of a pill, but because your blood is flowing again. I remember a patient, James, aged 65. He told me he hadn't had a morning erection in over 2 years. Within 4 weeks of switching his breakfast to include a bowl of plain yogurt with a drizzle of honey every morning, nothing fancy, he called me, his voice full of disbelief. "Doc," he said, "I woke up feeling like I was 40 again." That's the power of feeding your body what it truly needs at the right time. Ingredient number 2, quinoa with almonds, the artery cleaner. Every time I see an older man in my office complaining of poor circulation, weak erections, or that constant heavy feeling in the lower body, I don't just ask about their medications, I ask about their breakfast. And more often than not, it either doesn't exist or is loaded with sugar and empty carbs. What I recommend instead might seem too simple to matter, but trust me, a warm bowl of quinoa topped with almonds has transformed more lives than you'd imagine. Quinoa alone is a powerful ally for aging arteries. It's rich in magnesium and fiber, which help relax blood vessels and improve blood flow. For men over 60, this kind of circulatory support isn't just helpful, it's essential. Now, add almonds to the mix, and something amazing happens. These nuts are packed with healthy fats, vitamin E, and antioxidants, nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, reduce inflammation, and allow smoother, more powerful blood flow. This combination isn't just good for your heart, it directly impacts your ability to achieve and maintain a healthy erection. I remember a gentleman, Robert, age 69, who told me he felt like his body had started shutting down after retirement. Low energy, trouble climbing stairs, intimacy fading. I convinced him to swap his sugary cereal for quinoa with almonds, blueberries, and a dash of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, his legs felt lighter. Within a month, he was sleeping better and waking up more energized, with benefits he noticed both in and out of the bedroom. "Doc," he said, laughing, "I didn't think a bowl of quinoa could do this." But here's the truth. What you eat in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow all day long. And this simple combination, eaten warm and mindfully, tells your arteries it's safe to open up. It's time to nourish the muscles and nerves that keep you feeling like a man. Now, if you're ready to take your circulatory support to the next level, there's a fruit that acts almost like a natural Viagra, but without the side effects. Most men overlook it, but when eaten at the right time, it works fast. Let me show you what it is. Ingredient number 3, pomegranate, the bedroom fruit. I still remember the look on my patient Michael's face, age 63, when I told him to start eating pomegranate in the morning. He laughed and said, "Doc, I thought that was just a fancy party snack." But what he didn't know, and what most men don't know, is that pomegranate is one of nature's most underrated tools for restoring blood flow, especially in the places that matter most. Pomegranate is rich in polyphenols, antioxidants that boost nitric oxide, the same compound that opens your blood vessels and allows more blood to flow to your groin. It's the same biological pathway used by popular erectile dysfunction medications, but this time you're fueling it with food instead of pharmaceuticals, and it works fast.
I've had patients tell me they started noticing improved sensitivity and stronger morning erections within just a week of adding pomegranate to their routine. There's something powerful about letting your body do what it was designed to do. No synthetic pills, no side effects, just pure circulatory support straight from your breakfast plate. Michael called me 2 weeks later and said, "I don't know if it's the pomegranate or the fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but something's definitely waking up down there." We both laughed, but the truth is, he wasn't imagining it. The polyphenols were doing their job, opening blood vessels and giving his lower body a new sense of vitality. For best results, pomegranate should be eaten on an empty stomach or just before your main breakfast. A handful of seeds or a glass of pure juice is all you need. And here's a tip. Choose fresh pomegranates or unsweetened juice to get the maximum benefits. If you've been looking for a natural way to feel more alive and energized below the waist, pomegranate might be one of the easiest and most refreshing tools you've been missing.
But if you really want to stabilize your morning energy, restore balance, and prime your entire lower body for the day ahead, then you won't want to skip the next food. It's creamy, versatile, and when paired with a dash of healthy fat, it becomes one of the most powerful breakfasts for circulatory support I recommend. Let's keep going. Ingredient number 4, avocado with olive oil, the circulation stabilizer. Of all the recommendations I've given over the years, this is the one that gets the most surprised reactions. Avocado? They ask. For circulation? But when you understand how your body works in those first minutes after waking up, it starts to make perfect sense. Your muscles, including those in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are running on empty after hours without food. Your blood vessels need nutrients, your muscles need energy, and your nervous system needs balance. A simple half an avocado, mashed with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, can be the morning stabilizer your entire lower body has been craving. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats that keep arteries flexible, plus potassium, which regulates blood pressure. And when you add olive oil, rich in anti-inflammatory compounds and antioxidants, you're giving your body the tools it needs to improve blood flow, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain nerve sensitivity, which can diminish with age if we're not careful. These nutrients aid in muscle contractions, circulation, and even nerve health, which are critical for male vitality. I had a patient named William, age 72, who told me he woke up with heavy, numb legs and a dull ache in his groin. He'd tried stretching, massage, even prescription medications. Nothing seemed to work. I suggested a small change before his regular breakfast. Try half an avocado with a drizzle of olive oil and a glass of warm water. It seemed too simple to him, but 3 days later he called and said, "Doc, I don't know what's going on, but my legs are lighter and I'm not leaning on the nightstand just to get up anymore." There's something fundamental about starting the day with real food, something your body recognizes, something that doesn't just treat symptoms, but actually restores balance from the inside out. Avocados may seem humble, but when eaten this way, they work quietly and powerfully to restore circulation, balance nutrients, and energize every step you take. Ingredient number 5, blackberries, the vitality booster. Now that you've learned 4 foods that can help restore blood flow, strength, and energy down there, there's one last thing we need to cover, because knowledge without action changes nothing. The final food is one that many men overlook, but is incredibly powerful for vascular and muscle health: blackberries. These small, dark fruits are loaded with anthocyanins, antioxidants that strengthen blood vessels and improve arterial elasticity. They also contain vitamin C and fiber, which help reduce inflammation and support muscle health. I had a patient, David, aged 66, who added a handful of blackberries to his breakfast and noticed an improvement in energy and sensitivity in less than a week. He said, "Doc, I never thought something so small could make such a difference." For best results, add fresh or frozen blackberries to a smoothie or eat them with yogurt at breakfast. What you need to do, starting today. If you've made it this far, that already tells me something important. You care. You're not just coasting through this phase of life, letting your body do whatever it wants. You're still in the fight. And the good news is, you now have tools. But tools mean nothing if they stay in the drawer. Real change starts the moment you decide to act. Today, not tomorrow. Start small. Tomorrow morning, commit to eating one of the 5 foods we've talked about. Maybe it's a bowl of plain yogurt with honey. Maybe it's a serving of quinoa with almonds and cinnamon. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to happen. Because what you eat in the first hour after waking up is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your circulation, your confidence, and your independence. Don't skip breakfast anymore. Don't wait until you're hungry or tired or already behind on the day. Give your body what it needs while it's asking for help. That's when your blood vessels are most responsive. That's when your muscles are ready to receive nutrients. That's when you break the cycle of decline and start rebuilding what time has tried to take away. You might not notice dramatic changes overnight, but be consistent. In a few days, you might feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, more strength in your steps, and more responsiveness where it matters most. You might sleep better. You might wake up feeling something you haven't felt in a long time: hope. And if you're worried that this is all too late for you, I can tell you with complete honesty, it's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even late 80s transform their energy, their intimacy, and their overall vitality simply by committing to this one thing, starting the day with purpose. So the question is simple. Will you take that first step tomorrow morning, or will you let another day pass, hoping something changes on its own? Final message. If there's one thing I've learned after decades working with men over 60, it's that aging doesn't take your strength. It only takes what you're willing to give up. And most of the time, what we give up isn't our bodies. It's our belief that change is still possible. But I'm here to remind you, it absolutely is. You now know 5 powerful morning foods: plain yogurt, quinoa with almonds, pomegranate, avocado with olive oil, and blackberries, that can help restore blood flow, improve sensitivity, support muscle function, and bring life back to parts of your body that may have felt distant for too long. These aren't fads or gimmicks. They're real foods that speak directly to your biology. What's more, you understand exactly when and how to eat these foods for maximum impact. You recognize that how you spend your first hour awake sets the tone for everything else: your vitality, your self-confidence, your security, and even your relationships. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. Just start. Start tomorrow. Claim your mornings. Let your meals work for you, turning every bite into a powerful statement that you're still writing your story. This isn't the end, far from it. Your next act begins at breakfast, and it starts with your choice to take control.